Hello everyone, my name is Kintsugi, and welcome to my channel. One hot dog and half a muffin and some coffee later, I am finally revived and back to doing what I'm supposed to do. I don't remember dropping that potato there, and that was only a few minutes ago. Okay, so... Oh, we only got 1 minute left on that. I'm not gonna have potatoes in time. I was wrong. Haha, let's get back there. What? Oh. That was close. Okay. Whoops. Hey guys, eat some vegetables before you go. Now, moving these guys is gonna be interesting. I think. Yep. Because when you're in the radiation zone and the blast zone, you can get hurt, and well, I'm gonna be in the everything zone. So you guys can just have everything because they're brats. Right, before I go and transfer them, I should probably empty out some of their plorts. They're not just standing on plorts. Considering that seems to be their poop, and we're selling their poop, I think. I mean, they eat and then stuff pops out of them, so I can only assume that's what this is. Guess it's not much different than having honey from a bee, right? Oops, 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 oops. That was my bad. Oh, you poor guys, he must be hungry. Everything's down right now, but I guess I don't care because I need to get rid of it. Everything must go sale. Feed those guys on the way back though, because their little hungry expressions hurt in my heart. Look at that face. How can you say no to that face? I think the crystal ones are my favorite, even though they look kind of the least good. I mean, it's just a purple one with some crystals sticking out, so. But I think they're my favorite because I'm a little bit biased because I really like purple and blue with each other. very good color combination to my eyeballs. Okay. Now that they're not going to be uncomfortable, get in there. I guess the only option now is to try and safely move these guys. Oop. Oh, the radiation. Oh, it went away. Thank you. You're a very polite little guy. There you go, buddy, in your new home. Okay, on to the next one. I think comfortably only 4 are supposed to fit in there because you can only comfortably fit 4 puddle and lava slimes together. Sure, it's more when they're small, but these guys are pretty big. And they can't really communicate their discomfort in the same way that the puddle and slime ones do. Because the puddle and slime ones communicate by starting to blush when there's too many people around. You're little embarrassed guys who like having their room. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna just have maximum 4 in each of the things when they're this big. That way, they don't get angry and don't escape and don't overcrowd like the tabbies keep doing. There you go. And then that should keep things less dangerous. Take you because you're already dizzy. Okay. There we go. 4. And the food should be able to be spaced out a lot better and everything too. I am going to make a silo because regardless of where chickens are, I need silos. Because what is going to happen is in the future, I'm going to be able to make drones, and the drones will be able to collect everything and feed them for me and stuff, and the only way that you can do that successfully is by having a silo for them to pull things out of and put things in. They can grab food out of the garden and stuff, but I mean, like, it's just easier having the silo, and then if I have where they can eat chickens and stuff, all I would have to do is just do that. Even then, anytime I pass through here, if I see chickens, I can collect them, shove them in the silo. I'll have a good storage for when I go out and need to feed these big Gordo slimes and stuff. Oh, I think it'll just be more helpful that way. I might make a regular chicken coop in here also, just because regular chickens spawn anyway. Oops. I might just do that for now anyhow. And then just have those guys be the only ones in here. So I kind of want to get the, Oh, did that murder a chicken? Oh no, you're right here. But I'm thinking I want to do that and then kind of work on getting out here cleaned up in a way too. Oh, we'll use this coop for the stone chickens. I do wish that there was more plots to put things in the first game, but there is not. And I don't need to have that many chickens in the coop altogether. And here you are, Elder Hen. I'll let you retire. You deserve it for getting so old in this crazy world. In a world where chickens burst from the ground like geysers. One elder hen stands alone. I can't do the movie voice, so sorry about that. I'm sure if I tried I could sound okay, but it probably would sound silly still. Especially with my voice still kind of in recovery right now from being sick. Surely nearly 30 potatoes would be enough to appease the radiation god, right? Ouch. I'm loving how fast we're able to move now. Okay. Maybe I'll run across a couple more on the way there. That'd be nice. Oop. Sorry, I'm not talking. I kind of was getting lost in the music. It just sounds so, adventurous and everything. You got that feeling that makes your heart swell up is what it feels like to me. Alright, here's hoping we have enough potato. Should be worth double, so I would think that he'd like, oh boy, his radiation field's getting bigger. There we go. Oh good, he dropped a key. There we go. Region has 2 keys. Oh. I think that's the way that we came down was left side, right? Yeah. Well, this is a dead end. I don't even think I would be able to get up there. Don't really have much to lose except for 1 ornament, so... Oh, look at that, I made it. Just for me to not be able to unlock a treasure pod, and I think that's a very high level treasure pod. I think I have to unlock the lab to start unlocking treasure pods. I think I'd be able to make it over there, but not to 100, so I could try. Here. I should stop doubting myself. Everything was fine, and I should have known everything was fine. Okay. I don't know, there's something about the music that hits me kind of like Castle in the Sky for some reason. I love it. Castle in the Sky is my first Ghibli movie I've ever seen, by the way. I think I've seen it. Ooh, don't fall down there. I think I've seen it on Sci-Fi Channel, I want to say. When they were doing their anime nights. It was when I was kind of young. And my brother was in the kitchen watching something on this teeny tiny TV we had that was... I always forget the actual name of those kind of TVs. I just call them dinosaur TVs because it's the TVs we had before flat screens. But, and they were big and heavy. So he was watching it on Sci-Fi, and it was fairly late at night, and I got to see the end of it. And I thought it was really cool, and I was too young to have read about Gulliver travel and stuff at the time, so I didn't know about it, and I didn't know what Laputa was, but I really liked it, and I really liked, ironically, the robots, even though I'm afraid of robots. Maybe probably the same reason why I'm okay with Sundrop. They don't really have eyes and mouth and stuff that's uncanny valley looking, so probably is easier. But so I was watching on this tiny little cube TV, and they end up replaying it right after that, because I guess they were doing a back-to-back airing of it. And I got really excited, and I stayed and was watching it. And I think it didn't end until 3 or 4 in the morning, and it might have been a school night, but for some reason nobody stopped me. But yeah. But yeah, that was the first experience I ever had with a Studio Ghibli movie. And as someone who's always really liked writing stories and stuff, and always really liked fantasy stuff, I got really inspired and happy when I was watching that. Other than that, after that, I had seen like most of the rest of them. Oh, that's where that came from. I had seen the rest of them on Cartoon Network because they were playing one Studio Ghibli movie every Saturday. But you had to make sure to catch it because they weren't rerunning it. And that was hard for me a lot of times because we didn't really have a lot of TVs in the house or anything. We only had the one in the kitchen and the one in the living room, and then my parents had one in their bedroom. And I think we had an even older one in the basement. We had like an antenna crank one in the basement. And that's 4 TVs, but there were 5 of us living in the house together, and me being the youngest meant that whatever anyone else wanted was what was gonna go. So I got pretty lucky getting to watch all of them because I had managed to get a chance every single time. And oops, well, I didn't have anything too important, but it wasn't like what was I saying? I lost my train of thought with this, but basically I was very confused because for some reason nobody else wanted to watch them when they were airing, and it was kind of just me wanting to watch them. I didn't really understand that because I thought that the movies were really good. But so I guess for the time we did have a lot of TVs, but the TVs were old even for the time that it was, and I had to do a lot of chores and just kind of kept having to be busy and stuff, so I thought for sure that I wasn't gonna get to watch the show that I wanted to watch, and I ended up getting to see all of them. The only one that got interrupted on me was Spirited Away was that we had a really bad blizzard when that was airing, and by bad I mean like you would expect a blizzard to normally be like you know, you can't see through the snow, blinding white snow everywhere, things like that, winds whistling and stuff, and that's what it was. But our area that my hometown was in had, or is in I should say, used to have these really weird blizzards where it would have pink thunder, or pink lightning and a lot of thunder, and they're pretty scary. It was really weird seeing a lot of snow plus having lightning, especially with it being that color. So because especially when I was a kid, I had a lot of issues with being afraid of bad weather. I was in the basement and I didn't want to leave the basement because I was so scared. But I was watching Spirited Away and it was distracting me and everything was good, and then so much snow piled up that it absolutely destroyed. Well, I think we had like, we either had some sort of antenna or some sort of satellite on the house, and the snow completely blocked it out, and I wasn't able to watch it, and it happened right when No Face and my brain's not working, but it happened when No Face and her were on the train, and I didn't get to see the rest until probably closer to when Arietti came out, I'd say, because I had bought a really cheap box set on eBay after I graduated high school. So, not around when Arietti came out. That would be sometime a year or so after. I can't remember the exact year that Arietti happened. So yeah, I don't even remember how that rant started. Oh, the music. Yeah, so, sometimes the music for this game makes me think it's Studio Ghibli, especially that nighttime music. It kind of gives me memories of the feeling that I had when I was watching Castle in Sky, which is like magical, mystical feeling, I guess is the only way that I can describe it. But anyway, I've been rambling on for way over the time limit. So, thank everyone for watching my video, and I hope that we're getting closer to the end of this now that I have a key, and now that we're getting gardens set up and stuff, everything seems to be coming along very well. So, thank everyone for joining me on my journey with our slimes. I'd say my slimes, but they're ours because we're all playing this together. But, anyway, and thank you for listening to me ramble on about times that are no longer here. But, anyway, Thank you for watching. Let's reunite in my next video. Bye bye.